everyone, I'm Charlene Shirk, and welcome to Digital Champions, where we speak to some of the most innovative thinkers in the digital space. And joining us in studio today is Felicia Wright with Mykani. Thanks so much for being here, Felicia.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Oh, we're honored. Tell everybody what Mykani is all about.
Yes, Mygani is a lifestyle accessory brand. We create inspirational products for women and girls of color. So our product line features anything from tote bags to handbags, travel bags. We have yoga mats, blankets, all variety, and all of them feature different illustrations of Black women with naturally curly hair that were designed by me because my background is in graphic design.
And some of them have very inspirational messages, yes. And I love the coffee mug, what I'm speaking.
Right.
Well, every woman related to that.
Right.
And talk a little bit about why you felt the need to create this line, particularly for Black women.
Yes, because being a Black woman myself and growing up and looking for role models or people that look like me. I wanted to do something that inspired and empowered other women that look like me. And especially now being a mom of a little girl, and I've always been a mentor, maybe through Girl Scouts or Big Brothers and Big Sisters. So I wanted to use my designs and my creativity to be something that was positive in society. And I didn't see a lot of that. And so that's kind of how the product line came about. And me, doing workshops or doing different events to empower women and girls that look like me.
And you have such a feel-good product, and you are a feel-good person. Yes. You are so inspirational. But it's one thing to create a product, right? But the other thing, and we're on here on Digital Champions talking about how you use the digital space for marketing. The second hurdle is getting the word out about your particular product.
Right.
So talk about what platforms are you using, what opportunities and what challenges are you facing in using those platforms?
So some of the different platforms I use, I do use email, but I also use social media, primarily Facebook and Instagram. And what I found is even though I'm using those platforms, a lot of the interaction and engagement that I have is either through local pop-ups or word of mouth and relationships that I build with other people and customers, and they share, that they purchased something from me or a little bit about my story.
And that's the thing now. We've gone from in-person to digital to really digital with COVID to now hybrid events and hybrid relationships and engagement, which everybody is really feeling that that's the best way to do it. What are some of the ways that you can get more out of having a small budget? Because being a small to medium business usually means I've got a small to medium budget.
Right. I think one of the things that has worked for me is kind of start small. You may not be able to spend $1,000 on a Facebook ad, maybe spend 10, 20, and then kind of go up, and you kind of have to tweak, how it's being presented, excuse me, but not just doing the ads, also through your posts or your content and your engagement, maybe doing videos and just interacting with people, joining different groups. That's another way, I think, for you to be able to market and advertise yourself.
Now, usually, as we start to wrap up, we ask somebody for their best tip.
Right.
But in this case, I want to talk to you about particularly promoting a Black product, okay, to a Black demographic. There are some challenges that you share with me that you are facing now in a post-George Floyd era. Talk a little bit about that. I'd like that to be your tip, if you will.
Right. And so I know what has happened with me is specifically I had one mug that I have on my website. It's called Black Love. It's basically an image of a couple. It's actually illustrated after me and my husband. And for whatever reason, through Facebook, I still haven't gotten the, specifics of why it was flagged. But it was flagged, and I believe I put it up shortly after everything happened with George Floyd. And I think at that time, they were just flagging different things, because people were talking about race and some posts and comments were getting heated and that sort of thing. But it wasn't anything inappropriate. And I'm still not sure because I did try to reach out on why it was flagged. It's not even connected to my shop. So I can't even post it on my shop for people to be able to go purchase it. So it's just very interesting. And now because of that, the other thing that I've noticed with doing ads, there's certain words that you can't use. There's in some ways gender, race, and things like that. I'm still trying to navigate how to get around that. I know for me, with my products, I'm in the, natural hair community a lot. So I work with a lot of stylists and beauty salons. So sometimes I'll use those type of words or kind of be creative, to the different audience that you use, or maybe without being specific, about a race or a gender. So that's kind of how I'm navigating through it. But it's tricky because when you're flagged and you can't, you can't do anything about it.
What a challenge.
So, right.
Well, and you know, I know you're going to do your best job possible to get that word out because you have an amazing product. You're an amazing businesswoman, and we're really, truly honored to have you on our show today.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Oh, it is our pleasure. And if you'd like to learn more about what Felicia is doing over there at Mygani, and you want to, we want you to start at dailyadbrief.com. Well, I'm Charlene Shirk, your host of Digital Champions. That's going to do it for us for this episode, and we look forward to learning something new with you next time.
Simplify presents Addressable CTV, combining the power of TV with the targeting and attribution of digital. Simplify's Addressable CTV delivers massive reach with the ability to scale without sacrificing precision. TV buyers can generate incremental reach with household-level targeting, frequency controls, reporting, and insights. To learn more about Simplify's Addressable CTV and what it can do for your clients, visit simply.fi.